Hello, my friend. Here's the Catalina 250. She's got a very nice furling head sail. It's about a 140.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. This particular video you're watching now actually started out as a little demo video, or a video I was going to show someone that was maybe potentially interested in the vessel. Friend of mine that sold me the Laguna actually said he might have a friend that's interested in the Catalina here, and so I'm shooting this in portrait instead of landscape. So I know the video proportions are a little weird, but it will evolve. So stay with me here.
Catalina. So it's an open stern for draining. It's got a motor mount, but I don't have a motor for it. Here we go, climbing up. I've been working on some of the rigging, like the main sheets in pretty good shape. This is the adjustable backstay. I've been kind of playing with it. Boat's really clean. I mean, the deck is solid as a rock. There's no soft spots whatsoever. The boat, you can tell, was made really well. Anchor locker up here. There's an anchor in it. Anchor and anchor rode. Probably could use a little more chain. She's a really slick boat. Fair leads are nice and in good shape for the Genoa. I've got two brand new winches. Well, they're not brand new, they're used, but these are teeny tiny. I've got two Variant, I think they're 24s to put on here. That'll come with the boat. There's no traveler system set up on this boat, which I thought was a little different. Let's go inside and take a quick look. You can tell it's got the bar here. This whole thing pops up. It's a pop top. If I can take this off real quick. Come on. So if you shove it open all the way, pretty hard, right there. And then I can take this off. Let me set you down 1 minute. Sorry about that. Okay. So we shove that forward, and this will then pop up like this.
Did you hear it? And did you see it? The boat is full of water. I opened up the hatch and water poured in from the hatch surround. The boat has not been properly draining. Where I'm pointing, you can actually see water reflecting on the ceiling. Not what I expected to find when I opened up this boat today. After this discovery, I would spend the entire day emptying this boat, vacuuming out water, removing the sole from the floor, and drying this boat out. I would then spend the next 3 hours power washing this boat, scraping stickers off of it, and deciding it is time to quit messing around and letting this boat sit here, deteriorating, and get busy and make this boat what it really needs to be. First and foremost, my biggest problem was the boat's nose is pitched down because my driveway slants where I've got it parked. So the cockpit rail, or the hatch, was filling full of water, and it was not able to drain properly. I wish I had had more time in the spring to pull everything out of this boat and really go through it. Turns out this boat does have a cover. It's a 2-part cover, and it's actually really in pretty good shape. Certainly it shows its age a little bit, but it's perfectly functional, and there's no tears. There's no real wear to it, other than some weathering. Using the tractor, I was able to lift the nose of the boat and jack it up a little higher and get a center block and a couple other blocks under there to help pitch the boat to the correct angle for draining. I power washed all of the cushions, everything that came out of the interior. This is the berth and the back cushions. They got power washed. the boat cover got washed, and it was about this time I decided, you know what? Let's wash this boat.
Isn't that satisfying? I love a naked hull. So, as you can tell, I'm working on the Catalina 250 today. And was not intended to happen today. But let's go up and take a look at what's going on. This piece of wood here that you see, well, that's the cabin sole. And yes, it's in pieces. And yes, I tore it out. You know, I've been a busy guy. I've been in the Bahamas doing lessons. I've been sailing in the Gulf. This boat's been kind of ignored for, well, I mean, honestly, let's not lie. Probably kind of since I brought it home. I've done a little bit. You know, I put a new Genoa head sail on it. We got a donated main put on it. Did a little bit of rigging, updating. And then I kind of brought it over here and it just kind of sat. The boat was not tipped correctly. We did not have enough bow up. And so this upper hatch here, as you can see, is propped open. If you see the channel right here, it goes all the way around that hatch. And that helps to collect water as it hits the hatch, runs down into the channel, and then it runs down here out the back, right? See that gap? That's where the water's supposed to go. Well, if that is not below that side, the water just fills up into the boat. And that's exactly what happened. The cabin floor, the sole, was full of water. There was probably 2 inches of water sitting in there. Vacuumed it out with a shop vac, and then looked at it, and I'm like, man, there's water under this wood. There's no way that is ever going to dry. And so I just started unscrewing it. And it's not coming out of there without cutting it into pieces. Simply because there's trim pieces. You can see I took the cabinet face off here from under the stove and the sink area to get that part lifted up. After seeing the underside and really how saturated it was, and I have no idea how long the water had been in the boat. It could have been 2 months. It could have been 6 weeks. It could have been 10 days. But it was never going to dry. I mean, I could throw 2 dehumidifiers in here for a month, and it's never going to be right again. And I would end up repainting the sole of the floor. So as I was lifting, I noticed the floor is non-skid. It's exactly like this, which is amazing. Thank you, Catalina, for doing that. So now you see the gray yuckiness, down in here. That just needs to be clean. That's just dirt. And that's, 30 years of dirt because it's a 95? So that's all the funk that has kind of worked its way into the crevice around the cabin sole. So we're going to get in here after it's dry. I got this fan running and the forward hatch is open, getting it dried out so I can get in here with a mask and a spray solution of probably bleach, or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. I'm going to do a little reading. I don't want to asphyxiate myself, but I also don't want to be in contact with this mold. I'm immune suppressed, and mold is a big deal. I got down in here. I took all the shit out of the boat. All the cushions are out. Pretty much everything. And I can feel kind of some heaviness in my upper lungs. That's the mold. I know that feeling. So I'm real hesitant to go back in here today for sure, until everything is kind of stabilized and I can hit it with a spray and work from front to back all the way through the entire boat, top to bottom, and get every little spore out of here, all the funk and the muck. She's going to look amazing. And so because this happened, I've kind of torn into the boat. And I've got the power washer out now. And you saw me scraping stickers. I kind of forgot how much I really like doing this. It's a good time. And it's beautifully cool out today. You know, if it was next month and it was like 100 out here, I might say something differently. But right now, I'm really enjoying it. And I think I'm going to put time and effort into this boat kind of as fast as possible before it gets really hot, and see if I can make her really the boat she needs to be. And then maybe sell it, maybe sail it for a season and then sell it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the finances to pay for 2 sailboat slips. And I'm certainly not pulling the thing in and out every time I sail it. Although, with a swing keel water ballast, you could. You really could. You could trailer this thing every time. Would it suck? Well, yeah, because it's easier to leave your boat in a slip. Climb on and go. But, so I've already got some upgrades. You know, I've got winches to replace these little dinky 6 Lumars. They're kind of a joke. I mean, you could maybe use that for your furler to get a little extra power. But that's a joke. I would never raise a mainsail 32 feet into the air with that little tiny 6. I've got Variant 21s in there with self-tailers, and we'll be putting those on the boat. And instead of up here on the top of the boat, they'll go back here where they will sheet properly for that big Genoa 140 from Richard Eberhardt. She's going to be a cool boat. You know, I started hitting her with a power washer, and I'm like, wow, she's really shining up real easy. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I think I could buff this boat out in a couple of days and get a really good shine on it. A lot of oxidation. And then probably a bottom job finish, replacing all the running rigging. And there's not a lot left to do. I've already done the 2 halyards. The main sheet used, but in good shape. The sheets on the Genoa are what came with it from Richard. They're in good shape. There's not a lot left to do on this boat. It's really just a matter of kind of doing it. I dug this out. It's a freaking boat cover. Those are like $2,000 to $3,000 new. It was watered up in the boat. Just hadn't taken it out yet. Washed it down, hang it on the fence to dry. Oh, there's my Jamaican. David, say hello to the YouTube. Hello. Look at these cushions. These are interior cushions. They're gorgeous. These are the back bed cushions. They're hideous. They're in good shape though. We could cover those. The cockpit cushions, they're the vinyl, and I hit them with the power washer. I mean, they nearly look new. One of them needs a little bit of bleach work. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing today. This is going to be a real nice boat. And if I do this boat and go through it, do the upgrades she needs, do the deferred maintenance, like the bottom job, she's going to turn out to be an $8,000 to $10,000 boat. And at that point, it'll be hard to sell her. She's going to need electronics. All the wiring in the mast needs replaced. I do that, you know. I'll drop it right here on the shop. I can walk up and I can run wires. Take me a day. So it's just a matter of ordering stuff, getting it on the boat, doing it, dedicating the time, and then covering the cost. So, yeah, I think it's probably a good idea to do it. So, hey, if you're interested in a Catalina 250 after I refurbish it, yeah, leave a comment down below, or reach out to me. You can message me. You can email me, text message me, whatever. Get a hold of me on Facebook. And if you don't want me to do all of it, maybe you want to save a little money and make me an offer on the boat, and you can do the bottom job. That's going to be the hardest thing to do on this boat, and I'll show you why. The bunks on this trailer, they don't move. They're fixed because the boat is swing keel. So I'm going to literally have to jack the boat up. I'm going to have to build a frame for the front, jack it up, do the bottom on the front, let it cure and dry, jack up the back, do the back. Hopefully I'll be able to get into the middle. My biggest concern is that swing keel and getting into it. There's no way I can get this boat high enough to drop the whole keel straight down. But if I can get it to drop a couple of feet, then I think we'll be okay. I can get up in there with a small brush. I'm going to power wash this bottom and get this. You can kind of see this checked loosed stuff. I'm hoping it'll kind of blow off. And maybe I can hit this with a pole sander or even an orbital. And then I'm thinking epoxy coat and a hard bottom, not even an ablative bottom, just a hard bottom. Epoxy would be the right thing to do to this boat. But the more I'm doing, you know me, I like doing this stuff. The more I'm doing and looking at it, the more I'm like, I'm pretty excited. All right, that's enough for now. I got to get busy. So here's a little test. I sprayed the stickers on starboard side with grease and bug tar remover, and port side I sprayed with acetone. We're going to see which one does a better job at softening up that sticker glue.
Hey, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for updates on the refit of the Catalina 250. It's going to be a great project, and I'm excited to share it with you. Here's a little look at some sailing I did yesterday out on the Laguna, single-handing. It was a phenomenal day, and had a really great time. Sorry the video proportions are a little weird. Never really intended for most of this footage to end up in a video, but it's great content, and I thought you might enjoy it. Thanks.